Hello and welcome back to our channel. I'm Debbie.
I'm Darren, and there's no hamsters around today.
Well, there is.
Well, there's one running around.
Earbuds running around in his ball, hence the banging.
Yeah.
The banging upstairs is coming from new neighbours moving in.
Yep. Okay.
I wonder if they've got hamsters.
Don't know. The kids will look at it. Babies.
Oh no, you don't. You don't have cages with kids.
No.
No. Frowned upon.
No.
Sure. Anyway, it's Vlogmas Day.
20.
Yay!
Yay! Woo.
Debbie still hasn't wrapped the thing up, and I'm well aware I'm talking to about myself in the third person, but I generally tend to do that when I haven't done something I should have done. So, yeah. Oh dear. And he hasn't put my fairy lights in my doodah yet.
No, I haven't. No.
Not...
I haven't put fairy lights anywhere near your doodah. No.
Oh God. Big like the Heathrow Tunnel, wouldn't it? Anyway.
But I do landing strips. So why don't I have landing lights to go with it?
I'm not putting gems anywhere near myself like that. God, can you imagine? It's bad enough when I'm diamond painting, they end up everywhere.
Yeah.
I take my clothes off at night time and it's like dot to dot. Right.
That's 20 days to go. Oh, found it. Got it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you saying that, somebody on my diamond painting group, their mother put their packages to one side while they were away. A load of diamond painting came for them. I don't know what that was.
That was a Now TV remote.
Oh, fair enough. And she used to run around in her daughter's bedroom, being her daughter's rabbit. So she left her to it.
Oh, right,
forgot about the bits on the bed. Yeah. And the rabbit had consumed half a ton of blooming diamonds, hadn't it? Decided to eat the blooming things. But apparently it poos afterwards. It was like
all shiny and multicoloured. Yeah.
But they had it looked like hundreds and thousands in them, because obviously it passed through the rabbit fine. I wouldn't suggest doing this, I might add, but yeah, it just annoyed me. That tickled me, that did at the time.
Oh,
I've got some more fur.
Oh, what have you got with chucking stuff on the floor today?
It's Dropsy Day today.
I'm glad they're not delicate.
Right, we will find that one later.
Yeah, it's right.
Along with everything else down there.
You keep throwing on the floor.
I don't keep throwing it, it goes of its own volition. You can tell we don't redo bits, can't you?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Oh dear, it's insanity and tiredness. We did lots and lots of unboxings, well, four unboxings yesterday, and I will say this to you. Oh yeah, 5 days to go.
Ooh.
Matches the icing.
With the icing, 5 days ago.
Yeah, we had 4 boxes to unbox, and there wasn't a bad one in the lot. They were really good, really good.
Yeah, so
I'm slightly in love with some of the people.
Hopefully it should be starting with tonight. Hopefully. Which would be Witch Box. Which we've also got Witch Casket. Cures and Curses box. And the Geek Gear Harry Potter Wizardry box for the Yule limited edition box. Right,
Cures and Curses one. I'm going to give Lollyween a sort of clue here. You're going to love one of the items passionately. You will love it. You'll be envious.
Yeah. And
I will be collecting every type I can get my little paws on.
Yeah.
Right. We use that so the hamsters don't think they're different from us.
No, that's right.
Right.
Right. Da 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 da. Oh. Da da da. That seems to get heavier every bloody day.
I don't quite know why, because I'm not okay. I'm putting the stuff back in, apart from the scrunchie, which has made all the difference in the weight.
Yeah.
And not the scrunchie. No, I left that in there. It was the eye mask.
No.
Which I still haven't used because I keep going to grab my unicorn one.
Yeah. You actually put your fingers on it straight away.
What?
And then ignored it.
Where is it?
Number 20.
Number 20. Oh, there.
Yeah. You actually put your hand on it and then took your hand away.
Good God. Right. I've got to say, I am loving this calendar. And if they do similar deal next year, I will be sorely tempted.
Yeah.
Because this is a lovely way of getting all the bits.
Yeah, you can put some great stuff in it the next year afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that is a
That's
blue one.
green.
It's green.
It's
all
green.
slithering. It's really green. That's strange because the blue one was only just blue, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh. Oh, no, I'd say there's melon in that, definitely. That is... Oh, I'll tell you something, Darren. That's got to be one of my favourites.
That's got melon in it, hasn't
it? I thought the tangerine one.
It's got honeydew melon.
That smells a bit like my student that smelled of lettuce. She was lovely, she was. She bought us these chocolate balls. Came from her country. This was Yugoslavia at the time.
Well, that was a while ago.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
I went there once. We took it when we were in Italy. We took a day trip to Yugoslavia. Scared the crap out of me, that did. I was about.
That smell of lettuce.
I don't know. The bit I remember mostly about it is when we got to the border. There were 12 blokes standing around the coach and going up and down the coach on the inside with Uzis strapped to them. And I'd never seen a gun before.
No, we had that in
and before they got there, he said you had to have your passport out. Before you got there, they said, don't smile because they think you're making fun of them, and don't look miserable because they'll think you don't like their country.
It's like the passport photos when you run through half a ton of faces because you can't work out which one's actually looks black.
And then they work, and they well, they had different gift shops there, and all the gift shops sold, because it was still communist, all the gift shops sold all the same items for all the same price.
Do you know, Mum and Dad had a disabled wet room put in. So if I do make it down there Christmas Day, I'm taking some of those bottles with me and I'm going to be using it because their shower's a lot easier to use than mine.
Yeah, there you go.
I have a seat they gave me, which lowers and raises and so on.
It does.
But, yeah. Hello, Mum and Dad. I'm going to use your shower now.
Yes,
they did actually say I could.
They did, yeah.
What day am I looking for?
20th.
That's the one.
Same you found on the last day once.
Yeah.
We haven't been doing it quite so long. We've reached the 21st yet.
So don't stop confusing me. I've only just found it. Which means that'll be the first one I see tomorrow and I'll keep seeing it.
That's cookies. Homemade cookie scent.
Right, can you please go and get that thing as one of the items we got yesterday and stick that in it? But not yet, because you've got the candle going on that.
I have, yeah.
Yes. So we got a thing yesterday that we're gonna try sniffing them.
But we can't show because it will spoil the prize.
I know.
People already know what it is.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
No, that's why I said later. I realised afterwards. You almost got a sneak peek then, people.
Right.
I know that is not the item, Lollyween, although it is very nice.
Is it? I thought that would have been the item.
You can't remember?
Oh, yes, I can. Yes. Yeah.
It's suddenly dawned on you now, hasn't it?
Yeah. There you go. Gracie's Court.
There you go.
As we say, we don't know what Gracie's Court. Could have been anything, from what we've heard.
No, next year I'm going to be looking a bit tighter on the old what's-its.
Yeah.
If you understood that, well done, because I didn't. Right.
I did.
Ooh!
It's two colours.
Sort of colour.
Right. Is it pumpkin pecan pie?
No, because we had that before.
Is
definitely
it
not pumpkin pecan pie?
fig and orange? I could have sworn we had that before as well.
Yeah, I thought we had that before as
Well,
well.
there aren't any more with 2 colours on it.
I don't know. Have a sniff. See what you think. I think my nipper's broken.
Yeah. I don't know. It smells like mint.
I've got to be honest.
Definitely smells like mint.
Yeah, if it is the coffee one, it's too light, and the cocoa and log fire, it doesn't smell anything like. So no. Once again, people, we have no clue. They've given us this lovely little menu booklet.
Yeah, which doesn't seem to match up with anything we get.
I mean, to be fair, apart from like 1 or 2 really strong ones that seem to leach onto the other ones, we're not actually. Because we've burnt quite a few of these now, and apart from I think it's 2 of them, they're only actually burning.
Well, they burn. The candle goes on for 3.5 hours, and they don't last 3.5 hours.
Percent wise,
no. Right, talking about scents not lasting.
I've got to stop sniffing them, but it comes as
No surprise.
It's 20 today, isn't it?
It's 20, yeah.
Yeah.
It was just now, and it is still.
Oh, hang on, I'm going to have to go in through number 3 to push out number 20 because it went in and then it hurt. Right.
That's what she said.
Oh, rude. Right. I just sniffed it again. It's wax. It's gingerbread wax.
It is one,
wax.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
It's also slightly sticky.
Yeah.
Yeah. A bit like Tyrion sometimes.
Right.
I have to trim his fur.
Happy Xmas to you.
Thank you.
The box nearly empty too. It's right by your thumb.
I know. Oh, I've just picked up my blue thing. It went in my...
Oh, what have you been?
Oh, come here, you little beggar. Come to Debbie. Come on. Don't you stop. Oh, it's stuck. Hang on, it's well and truly. It is actually stuck.
It is actually stuck.
It to the bloody back.
I'll do that.
I apologise for my French.
Yeah, French is atrocious.
Yeah, I know, that's why I'm apologising for it. Oh, good grief. Oh, Mishka, I could use your teeth, darling.
Oh, they get stuck in her tooth.
Lummy neck. I told you it was stuck. It was like spot welded onto it. I need to have a lay down now.
You're already having a lay down.
I'm having the lean down, there's a difference. Ooh.
Red rum.
That is really... I'm not entirely sure.
Red rum.
I think it's roses and something.
Red rum.
Something with a bit of zest to it as well.
Which obviously from The Shining. Or from
little white top.
horses. Yeah, that's...
Go on then.
That's quite nice.
I will come and get you in a minute.
Yes.
You want out?
She wants out.
She wants out.
She wants out. Because you know what's next, don't you?
It's the music one. Now, unfortunately, that means I've got to get up because your father can't get there.
Yep, right, here we go. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Right.
She's washing her nose currently on my lap. Aren't you? You're so cute. Right, I will.
Right.
I'll bring her up once she's settled.
Right.
So what have we got today, Mishk? We have got fum.
There'll be fum till the daddy takes the T-bird away.
Pretty good.
Sing a song of grateful praise, celebrating song and story, all the wonders of His glory. Bong, bong, bong.
That was nice. I've never heard that
never
before,
heard it.
and I was expecting.
I said a bit of surprise, but it was actually in English.
You've just wiped your own bottom on a
Isn't
paper
it?
wipe. Yes, you have. Yes.
Fun.
Can we just talk about the tail? You know, I'm not being funny, but is anybody else thinking that is seriously a cute tail? You've always been the same, haven't you? You had a little white tip. It looks like you've had an argument with a paintbrush. Will you stop pooing all over me?
Yeah, she's got little white tips to her ears as well.
Yes, I know. She likes them being kissed. She snuggles into me, don't you? Oh, for heaven's sake, Mishka.
She is.
You're a poo machine at the moment, aren't
She
you?
is rush.
Well, she is Russian.
She is, yeah.
She
Yeah,
takes
Russian
it
here,
literally.
Russian there.
Russian everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so cute.
Yeah. And as Leanne said about a black Russian she has at Christmas sometimes. Yeah, that's our black Russian. We call her Christmas.
And of course, Victory's.
Where's the white Russian?
Although technically she is white Russian, apparently, but
White dwarf.
yeah, white dwarf.
Winter white dwarf.
White.
Because she apparently she'll go white on her back.
Winter white, like the Queen of Narnia.
Right. You know what now means, don't you? It means now we've got the Sherlock one. Which means that Darren gets to sit down.
You do, and it means that Mishka is going to
He's
have
gonna
to
go
go
in
in
a
a ball.
Because she's not stopping moving.
She's
She's like a chipmunk.
The thing is, she only actually moves so far from me as a rule. And when she does occasionally move away from me, she really doesn't like it, do you?
No. Oh, you're so cute and lovely.
You're my little friend, aren't you?
Yeah. Right. The Sherlock ones. Now, I didn't have a Scooby-Doo on this. I really didn't.
I didn't really, but I decided to invent something outlandish. Right. Basically, my assumption is that Grandma put LED in the cookies.
LSD.
Yeah.
LED's a light.
Picky. All right then. Well, you don't know. It might have been them that poisoned her.
Yeah.
Anyway, she put LSD in the cookies.
Yeah.
Decided that a shadow coming from the hat stand was a man.
Yeah.
Tore all her clothes off. Realised it wasn't a man. Thought, well, I'm undressed now. And Santa likes to put things under trees. So to decorate herself as a tree, she carved stars into herself. And then she thought she'd put something enticing in the fire to attract Santa Claus sooner. I mean, it's really, really wrong of her, because we all know Santa's married to Mrs. Santa. Anyway.
Mrs. Claus.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she put something enticing, but unfortunately it was toxic. And there you go, she ended up on the floor naked with stars in her. Well, pentagrams in her.
Yep.
So there you go.
Right. Right. What have we got? Angela. I think someone was baking in the house. She had all the scents. Not sure why she was naked, cut with pentagrams, unless they were trying to cover her up.
That's the more likely thing.
Yeah.
It is a cover-up. That's usually what it is when it involves ritual.
Mel May got a grrr because pentagrams and something this. Yeah, you go.
You are so right, lovey.
I'm used to it. When we used to do a market in Burgess Hill, we had a group of old ladies over on the side, and they come.
They sort of nudged
they were sort of nudging each other, and one of them came over.
Sketch.
One of them came over and said, "Excuse me, dear." I said,
you evil?
"What?" She said, "What's that, my love?" He said, "Are you evil?" It was so tempting to say yes, you know, but it's like,
Oh, because we like skulls and things.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's got
Yeah.
one for Christ.
Oh, when we opened the shop.
About a skull. Oh, yeah.
When we opened the shop, this woman said your dad was giving out leaflets outside,
Yeah.
or bits like that, and he said, "Is that your daughter's shop?" He's all proud. "Yes, it is. Yes, I won't be going in there again. They sell dragons and fairies. They're obviously atheists." And we had
I
people,
love the assumption.
we had people chanting outside our shop to
what
try
about
that woman.
Crazy lady. We thought she was waving us to start off with because we knew she was a bit nutty.
Yeah, you could hear
someone
like
waved
curse
back,
and
smiling,
God
and then
bits like
Darren
that.
went a bit closer because he thought maybe she was calling him over. And yeah, she was muttering all these anti-curses and whatnot.
Curse
the
and God
doorway.
and bits. Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Yeah.
You have to laugh. You know. It's.
We had kids frightened of coming in from the local school because
which we encouraged.
Because they were only going to nick stuff anyway. But they were these ones were only going to nick stuff anyway. We had some good ones that came in.
Oh, we had some lovely young boys and girls that came in.
Yeah, the kids that were frightened of coming in. We had ones trying to push them through the door because I thought they were going to get hexed when I walked through the door. And these kids were fighting for their lives not to get pushed through the door.
Yeah, I'll say we had one time when a group of kids threw a kid against the glass window. And I was absolutely furious because he could have been seriously hurt. And but we did find out quite quickly actually it was the group of girls that seemed to be more of a trouble bit. But it's like anything, you get good and bad in anything, and when you get large groups of children, it doesn't really matter. You either get a large group that's quite geeky and really loves the sort of thing you do. We did and things like that. And then you get the other scale of the spectrum where these kids, essentially on their own, they're perfectly nice kids in the most part. You get some horrible people, you get some horrible kids. It's the way the world is. But no, I mean, the girls when they gang together like that, I mean, with one or two boys around, they're quite vicious actually. So it's a shame, but it's almost sort of group mentality.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's good and bad, and we did have some wonderful kids come in.
Yeah. Anyway, May, she's after she got upset by the Satanist bit. Unfortunately, the twigs, and I'm guessing the greaseproof paper with everything on it, caused poisonous fumes and killed her.
It's got to be something, hasn't it?
So then their sister died from eating red berries. So I understand how these things can happen.
I'm sorry for that. I really am. But they used to. My little school that I went to, they had great big bushes with red berries on, and it's one of the things we were taught straight away, and it was drummed into us at the school. Nobody thought to dig it up, mind you. They just thought that the warning would be enough.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, it did. Nobody, to my knowledge, ever ate them. You just told them not to, and why.
Yeah.
That's the important thing, actually, with children and animals. Even if you don't think animals can understand you, which I assure you, owls certainly do. But
Right, there we go.
no, I mean, it's. I've lost my thread entirely.
Yeah. Right.
But either way,
Yeah.
you only have to say and explain why.
Yeah. Right. Leanne didn't have a clue. Lily Wayne, she got right Holmes. Not sure, to be honest. And she's done the same thing as Debbie. She's got an idea stuck in her head and she can't move away from it.
Go with it, love.
So I hope you're ready for our crazy theory. Of course we are. So that, it's a bit different, but hopefully makes you laugh at least. So as to why she's there, other than bacon, I've no idea. Let's say Amara turned up and have a passionate, hence a strewn clothes moment on the rug.
Ooh, that's even more exciting than my Santa Claus theory.
She died naturally, too much excitement, and the other person's panicked, maybe they're married and something, and had the crazy idea to cut her with the star-shaped cookie cutters.
Or he was scoring her with stars to tell her how good she was.
To make she's doing cookie-shaped cutters to make uneducated people like themselves think it's some sort of devil-worshipping cult. It's more than likely the old woman maybe had some reaction to the smells being created from the baking, maybe had a panic attack or allergic reaction, what with the fire and maybe feeling restrained by her clothes, starting to frantically take her clothes off. She had a star-shaped cookie cutter in her hand as she fell, and maybe was having a fit or something, and started to roll onto the cutter numerous times.
That's actually pretty good, but I prefer the other one.
Yeah, she prefers her passions in our better, though.
Yeah.
So do I.
Wouldn't that be cool, though? I mean, can you imagine? Let's say you're in bed, you're quite amorous, and then your partner decides to score you with stars afterwards to let you know how well you've done.
The only thing I thought about with the...
Don't even think about it.
No. The only thing I thought about with the bit afterwards, when I read Lolly Wayne's one there, I said about the bit passionate bit like that. The bit that sprung into my mind was Jonathan Creek. It was in a room that people disappeared from.
That's right, yeah.
Well, they actually went into the bath. But the girl who went missing, all her stockings were ripped, her tights were ripped off, ripped into pieces. It's because all spiders had fallen down onto her.
That's right,
The dead spiders had fallen onto her in the night, and she'd ripped them to try and get them off.
Where would they
but it wasn't. No, but that's the only thing that went. And it wouldn't make you rip all your clothes off like that, and you wouldn't get them fall onto you either. But that was the thing that just jumped into my mind then, which isn't going to be right. But it's at least I actually come up with something then.
I love Jonathan Creek. I think it's great. I've got to re-watch them again, actually.
Yeah.
I like my Father Browns as well. We're not going to start going on.
No, we're not. No.
I'm a little bit mad on.
Yeah, so we've got loads over there. We could be here forever.
Right, so let's see.
Well, the article has a big answer on that side.
I may need some more lubrication, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
So that's the coffee as it stands. It is pretty empty.
Yeah.
So, Darren, would you mind doing me a coffee, please?
Yeah. Right.
So I is back. I has the lubrication I need.
Yeah. Lubrication. That's what you need.
Unfortunately, it's too hot to do anything with other than sip at the moment. But there you go.
What do you expect?
Is it just me, or does that look like a fidget toy? Rather than watching the kids.
No, that looks like cinnamon. Cinnamon with the star anise.
That's it. Yeah. I was talking about the star anise being, Anyway, a ritual solution. Where to start? The wood in the stove, butter in the biscuit dough, ginger in the gingerbread, pine needles. They go together to create a very specific scent. A familiar mixture we have only ever experienced in the run-up to Christmas. A singular and sensory experience. Gregson, Mrs. Winterbottom. Oh, sorry. A singular and sensory experience, Gregson. Mrs. Winterbottom had obviously been busy baking 3 different kinds of biscuits. In fact, she had put her creations out to cool on the large table. A third of those biscuits are cinnamon stars. Cinnamon stars? Cinnamon is a strong and very Christmassy spice, and here we have one cinnamon star after the other. Gregson, can you smell the cinnamon in the room? Cinnamon stars are usually full of the spice, but it seems totally to be missing here. Either Lady Winterbottom forgot to add any, or else she used something else by mistake. The question is, what did she use instead? Ground cinnamon is dark brown powder. Another brown powder commonly used in baking is nutmeg. Unfortunately, however, nutmeg can be lethal. Oh. It's only safe in very small doses, just a pinch. But you need tablespoons of cinnamon. Now imagine Lady Winterbottom noticing her cinnamon biscuits tasting odd, so she tries one after the other, wondering at the flavour. Poor Lady Winterbottom. In her body, the spice quickly turned into such a hideous substance as mescaline etiformine? I don't know.
Mescaline is a drug.
Yeah.
Like morphine sort of bit.
Amphetamine.
Amphetamine.
Yeah, that's the one. Causing the most severe hallucinations in her frenzy, I believe she decided to make more cinnamon stars. She removed her clothes, insane as she was, tried to cut stars out of her body with the 5-pointed cookie cutter. There you have your pentagrams. She continued her baking and cookie cutting in a hallucinogenic way. I wasn't far off.
I say, put off, actually. Yeah. LSD, yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Shortly thereafter, death must have occurred. Excitus cardiac arrest. So there you go. You were right. She was.
And you said about her cutting stars out of herself.
Yeah, but I didn't think I was being logical. Gregson forensics will show whether my theory is correct, but just in case it is, hands off those cinnamon stars. I didn't know that about nutmeg being doodah.
I don't know. I'd heard about people in the 60s used nutmeg. People were using nutmeg to get a high.
Oh, lollyween.
What? Oh. Right.
The next one is Christmas cookies.
Right. Oh, it's a number one.
Never mind about trying to work it out. Read it to the people.
What?
Otherwise, I know what it is. That's what he says.
Right. Christmas cookies. Mr. Holmes and Dr. Watson were enjoying two magnificent Honduran cigars with Watson's snoring bulldog lying at their feet when there was a tentative knock at the door. "Come in," Watson called. To their astonishment, Mrs. Hudson was at the door, looking embarrassed and hardly daring to step across the threshold. "Mrs. Hudson, has something happened? Have I done anything wrong?" Holmes called in surprise. He had a quick think, but could not remember doing anything to annoy his landlady over the past few days. He'd not even played the violin in the middle of the night for a number of weeks. Not exactly." Miss Hudson cleared her throat. May I ask for your help? I was just going to bake some Christmas cookies for the charity bazaar at the weekend when a wee problem cropped up. Christmas baking isn't exactly my forte, Miss Hudson, you know. I don't want you to help me with the baking, just to read the recipe. You're already wearing your glasses, Holmes said, puffing away at his cigar. Miss Hudson thrust a piece of paper at him. I coded the ingredient amounts last year, and now I can't remember how to decode them again. Holmes glanced at her pensively. Why would you write the recipe in code? Well, because you poke your nose into everything in this house, and I thought to myself, he's not getting my cookie recipe. That's my secret.
Oh my God.
Looking at her with something close to respect, Holmes tried to with difficulty suppress a laugh. My dear Mrs. Hudson, what would I want with your recipes? I cannot bake. I would never dream of doing such a thing. Still, no worries, we shall sort this out. And it is flour, grams.
Oh, this might be a bit beyond me, but we'll give it a go.
Yeah. Butter, almonds.
It's funny actually. I managed to get my gingerbread exactly how it should be with the right amount of
the baking powder. There you go. There it is. Right.
Yeah. So I managed to. I spent ages getting my gingerbread recipe just right. Didn't write it down though, did I?
Nope.
Which means that every time I now go to bake gingerbread, which, as Darren has put out, I haven't actually gone to do lately. But
no.
Let's face facts here, I've not really had the mobility to do so.
Nope.
But I do want to start baking again. I love it. It always feels like alchemy to me. But I did. I got my gingerbread just right. Right amount of nutmeg, cinnamon, and ginger.
Yep.
And mixed spice, you know. Anyway, point is, I got it perfect. And I didn't write it down. No. Although I think I wrote it down once when I got it right again. But I can't remember where I wrote it. I'm a very complex person. But yes. Anyway, we will have a go at that. Right.
And you know what's next?
Yes.
It's the Debbie question from yesterday.
Which was crimbo jumper. Or what you wear.
Yep.
And yes, Halloween.
What?
Anything counts.
Right. We've got Angela. Christmas Day, we get dressed up in fancy clothes. We don't wear anything else. Although I've often thought about getting matching PJs for Christmas Eve. We've got Mel May. I wear an elf t-shirt on Christmas Day because it's too hot in the kitchen for a jumper.
Yeah, I get that. I really get that.
I do wear Christmas themed jumpers leading up to Christmas Day. Leanne, it's Christmas t-shirt and bobbers with ho 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 on it. Wearing tinsel out on the 22nd for a Christmas party.
What are people going to do when? Because like it's all.
No one's selling tinsel anymore, are they?
No,
because it's made out of plastic. Yeah.
I'm still going to be using.
Well, gee, they're still selling the Christmas trees.
Wears itself out.
They're still selling Christmas trees, and those wreaths, they're all still made out of plastic.
It's to be seen to be doing something,
yeah, that's right,
isn't it?
Yeah, it's like getting rid of the straws, but not getting rid of the nets. They're actually 48% of the plastic in the ocean. But we'll get rid of the straws, which is less than 1%. Yeah, don't worry about it.
The thing is, it's not just that, but the cups and the caps of the cups are plastic.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
And then what do? They bring out a new craze of fidget toys, which is essentially all plastic. And then you've got the Lol dolls before that, which was even more plastic.
Yeah.
I mean...
Oh, no, it wasn't. What I saw the other day...
nutty, really.
What I saw the other day is Capri Sun has got paper straws. Capri Sun is a plastic
to get into.
Yeah, Capri Sun is a plastic container.
It is, yeah.
So they've taken the straws off of it and put paper straws in it, but they've kept the plastic container.
Well, nobody's ever going to get into those, are they? Provide a wood stick to make the hole.
Yep. Leanne's also got matching PJs, matching Christmas PJs, and they stay them all over Christmas so they don't go out.
Now you see, if we're we stay in our PJs.
Oh, I've got to find this now. Right.
I've got some lovely Christmas pudding leggings. And I've got my pouty sprout.
Because Lolly Ween had such a long bit.
If we go over Mum and Dad's, we do dress up.
I used to buy my son Christmas Eve pyjamas, but stopped a few years ago when he decided it wasn't cool. We do dress smart on Christmas Day though still. I'm not sure if this counts, but I do put Christmas bedding on everyone's bed.
Yes.
Christmas Eve morning.
I've
got 2 Christmas jumpers. One with a huge round cat on, dressed as Christmas pudding, and it says, "I ate Christmas."
I love that.
And the other says, "Merry Christmas, you filthy animal."
Home Alone.
Yeah. My youngest says Star Wars Christmas pyjamas, and the middle one, Pokemon Christmas pyjamas. Hey.
That is so cool. No, I love anything Christmassy. Last year I got us a Christmas duvet.
You've got a Hogwarts one, haven't we?
It's a Hogwarts one. Not surprising, really. But yes, that was lovely. And to be fair, Asda do really good prices on their bits like that.
So I'd rather spend Christmas at Hogwarts.
That's right, yeah. I mean, in theory, I'd need magic to get the wheelchair up the stairs. Right, so...
Yeah, now you couldn't apparate. You can't apparate within the walls of Hogwarts.
No, you can't.
Unless you're Dumbledore.
No,
or a house elf. Or a house elf.
House elves I can go with, but I understood why they did it in the film, which I respected because of time bits. But, yeah, it was a... Yeah, no. Right, so you want to know what question number 21 is?
No.
No?
I want to know what question 20 is. This is 20th today.
Right, okay.
You've already used today's question, haven't you?
No, I haven't. I just got confused. Right. I want to know
Yep.
what your least favourite Christmas film is. What's the one, or Christmas TV, whatever. But I want to know what you don't like. I want to know what one really gets on your jingle bells, as it were. But yeah.
I don't know.
Irritation Christmas film. I didn't think this one through when I asked
No,
the question.
no, because I can't think of any.
I'm not keen on. I think it's Nativity.
No, we've watched it once.
I've watched it once. It was all right, but I think, you know,
I don't know.
Polar Express.
Oh yeah, Polar Express. I don't know.
I am going to watch it again. Possibly not this year because I'm watching all my favourite ones this year. To give it another go and see whether I was wrong on my. What's it? I mean, it's really weird because I know that people like Polar Express, but I just. Okay, Tom.
What was that one you got me?
Cruise? No, it's not Tom Cruise. It's not Tom Selleck.
Tom Hanks.
That's it. That's the Tom.
Yeah.
There we go.
What was that one that you got me?
Oh, it was dreadful.
It was a Christmas Carol, but it was.
Yeah, this is first time.
It was some sort of rabbit or something. Was it?
It's a rabbit's Christmas.
No, it wasn't Peter Rabbit. No, it was.
Foxes.
No, it wasn't that. No, it wasn't anything famous like that.
It was a really bad one, anyway.
It was bloody dreadful.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There are some bad or slightly worse Christmas Carol ones out there. The Barbie one's all right, but I wouldn't watch it again.
Smurfs one's good.
Smurf one's good, yeah. But again, I'm not in a rush to watch that again either.
No.
I like the film ones.
Yeah.
But I'm so annoyed with myself as well. I fell asleep at the end of the Ross Kemp one, which means I'm damn shame that I'm going to have to watch it again this year.
Yeah, and then you put something else on afterwards, and you fell asleep through the end of that as well.
Yeah, I can't remember what that was though. I don't think I was fully conscious anyway.
Yeah, you put another Christmas one after that, and we fell asleep after that as well.
We keep dozing off.
Yeah.
Let's say it doesn't take a lot to exhaust me.
No, it's as I adding out with the injections as well. So.
I know we shook us out. Oh, excuse me. Oh dear. Right. No, so basically then I want to know if you have got a least favourite Crimbo film, or if it's not so much a film that you hate or dislike, one that you find annoying. And say, because I'm curious, because I've gone on the old favourite lines and bits like that, but it suddenly occurred to me that, well, actually, I'm just as curious to see whether there's ones that irritate other people that we don't know about. But yeah, I mean, it's like anything. If you watch a bad Christmas film, you either turn it off part of the way through, or you suffer through it, thinking it's going to get better. I mean, your mum didn't like the Christmas Chronicle one, did
No,
she?
she didn't,
on
no.
Netflix, and yet we thought that was lovely. And his mum loves anything cartoony or anything Christmassy and things like that, so we were quite shocked by that. But yeah, so it just goes to show that some things irritate. And we did watch Gremlins last night, although we haven't watched Gremlins 2 yet, because it's always the same. When Stripe comes to a sticky end, as it were, they always leave the popping eyeball bit, and that always makes me feel a bit ill. As opposed to the Indiana Jones one, when the Nazis all burn up and you can see somebody is literally, they've pushed 2 ping pong balls out of the eye socket, which I find hysterical. But at the time when I watched it first off, it was really quite, disturbing. I'll tell you one I've grown to like as well is Elf. Now, I didn't like Elf initially. The same as Something About Mary. I thought that was rubbish. But the second time I watched it, and it was by default, to be perfectly honest, they were quite good.
Oh, Debbie.
What?
I looked on here. It said worst Christmas films.
They have not got the Santa Claus the movie.
Santa Claus the movie, Debbie.
They need to be shot.
It's only got 20% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I love that. I love that film. I think it's fantastic. To be honest, I thought that Lapland would look
Santa Claus 3,
like
that's not bad. Jingle All the Way. Yes, Jingle All the
Santa
Way is
Claus
crap.
movie. Yeah, that I must admit, I'm not too keen on Jingle All the Way. I have watched it a few times, and it's been in the background when I've been rapping.
Deck the Halls. That wasn't bad.
No.
Deck the Halls. It's better than the 6%. Like, it's got a Rotten Tomatoes.
I liked as well. But funny enough, I wasn't keen on that much when I was younger.
The Nutcracker in 3D. It's done as being the worst one.
Oh.
Misguided, misconceived, and misbegotten on every level. The Nutcracker in 3D is a stunning exercise and astonishing cinematic wrong-headedness. And it's got 0% on tomatoes. Oh dear, that is dreadful.
We tried watching that Ghostbusters one that was all women, and it just didn't work for us, did it? They were all trying to be funny.
There was no straight person. Everyone was trying to crack jokes.
Straight laced person. You need person with you need people with different humours.
We haven't seen Afterlife yet. We haven't seen Ghostbusters. Looking forward to that.
Yes, that does look good.
Yeah.
I used to like the real Ghostbusters.
But yeah, we went into it with an open mind. A lot of people said, "Oh no, it was going to be crap." And we went into it with an open mind. It was like, nah.
Well, yeah, Ghostbusters. You're going to go into it, aren't you?
Because they're not masterpieces in the first place. It's by facts here.
Oh, I love the Ghostbusters.
The first one's a great. The first one's quite a good film. The second one's a bit ropey.
Oh no, it's not. That line in it. The Titanic's just turned up, and you've got the people coming through. I mean, you know.
Yeah, I suppose it's a bit right. They're not greatest works of art in the world, but they're a bit of fun. You know what I mean? So we weren't looking, but it was just everyone was trying to crack jokes all the time, and it was like, it's too much.
Yeah, it's very weird. It is very, very strange. But there are some films as well that you think to yourself, that was. You remember it as being really good, and it's really not. Or you remember them as being sort of...
School of Rock.
School of Rock, every time we've watched that, it leaves us thinking it was brilliant. Yeah. Because the end bit
most of School of Rock isn't much cop. But the last 10 to 15 minutes is brilliant.
Brilliant.
And when you watch it, you can finish watching it at the end, you go, that's a really good film. And then you start watching it again, and it's not, it's bloody dreadful.
You do get that with some bits.
Yeah.
Also, there's certain films I have to be in the mood for. Otherwise, I can't sit and watch them. But I say there are exceptions to the rule with that. As anything. If in doubt, I generally put on a Miss Marple or Twilight or Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Don't ask me how many times I've seen those films. No idea.
Once, twice.
Goonies, I have no idea how often I've watched that. I mean,
it's like these bits you always say. They say, what film have you watched over 7 times that you'd still watch over 7 times? Well, I've watched films I don't like much more than 7 times.
Another go-to is Game of Thrones. I am a sucker for Game of Thrones, I must admit.
Yeah, even though you didn't watch the last season on the last time you watched it.
It upsets me.
we pretend that didn't happen.
I do watch it every now and again, the last season, but other times I won't. They
rushed it.
I love certain parts of it.
They seem to be in a rush to finish it.
Yeah, and not only that, they did things that didn't make sense.
They should have... at the end of the 7th... We
don't want to give any spoilers away, though.
Yeah, it's at the end of the 7th season, you should have the big battle with the Night King. At the end of the 7th season. And then...
I like
then they should have spent 10 episodes going all the way through to the final bit, as opposed to having 4 episodes going up to the Night King fight, and then having...
and And
2-3 episodes.
Daenerys went nutty
With Daenerys.
fast,
Yeah, it's right,
didn't
because we're only talking like a couple of episodes. She lost her mind, and it was like, oh, this is happening so quick. Oh, it's not.
I love the
It was like they were in too much of a rush at the end.
I love the fact that Jon Snow and Ygritte got together in real life.
Yeah.
And I've got a little one.
Yeah.
And dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody is biting on the bars, Darren. So, with that in mind...
I think they are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know.
So, with that in mind, we're sitting listening to us reminisce over different TV bits and whatnots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So until tomorrow, have a good one.
Bye. Be different.